Hi, this is Greg. Look for my book, The Agile Brand, on Amazon or on my website at theagile.world. Welcome back to the Agile World. This is Greg Kihlstrom. I've been talking for a few episodes about storytelling and Agile brands. I started by talking about how making a brand educational helps not only differentiate yourself from others, but also gives your customers a story that they can share. It makes them feel like they're an insider. In the last episode, I talked about how you need to be authentic, how even sometimes admitting a mistake, admitting that things could be better, goes a long way. And when it's done authentically, when it's done with your customers in mind, you can be successful in turning things around. Today, I'm going to talk about how it's important to make things relatable. Your brand is inevitably going to evolve over time. A lot of things change. As I talked a few episodes ago, change is inevitable. It's constant. It's never going away. And in fact, it probably is increasing at a faster rate every day. But there's still a way to make things more relatable to your customers. There's a few things to keep in mind, though, as you try to relate to them. Your audience's tastes may change over time. So there's a few things here. So not only will your audiences themselves change over time, but your audience and who you're actually targeting may change over time. That may be due to generational shifts, that may be due to preferences, that may be due to a change in your business, in your market, many different things. Most companies are appealing to multiple audiences, not just a single one. And so a lot of times you have to relate to people that may share different values. Maybe there are some common things, or there most likely are some common things that they share. That's the reason why they want to work with you or buy from you in the first place. But within those people, they're all individuals. They may have some individual values of their own. And you need to make sure that you're able to relate to each of those. Your company may be going through a transformation, may be going through disruption in your market. And so how do you do that? How do you relate to customers while there's massive change? It could be your company's getting acquired and merging with another, and now all of a sudden you have two cultures to meld. Those two companies that are getting merged may have very different cultures. They may have had very different values. I've been through this recently myself. I had an agency for over a decade, and it was recently acquired by a larger company. All of a sudden, overnight, we were sitting in someone else's office, and I feel fortunate that the culture and the values weren't drastically different, but it's still different. And being a professional services company, we had clients, and we needed to make sure that not only my clients that this new company inherited, but the new company, or the company that acquired mine, that we had a consistent customer experience across our different client bases. So how do we do that while integrating things? Anything as mundane as accounting systems to project management systems. We had to take a lot of effort and a lot of planning and have a lot of conversations in order to really make sure that things were aligned, and that making sure our customers understood, back to the point of the episode prior, being authentic and saying, hey, you know what? This week has been a little rough because our file systems are merging and I need a day to get back to you on something. Just being honest, being open, not making it their problem, but being authentic and honest and being able to relate. Most people have been through some kind of change or consolidation or something like that in their lives, so they can relate to it if you allow them to. Another thing that helps people relate, and as I've talked a bit about how a lot of these changes need to happen from within as well, corporate social responsibility is something where it's existed for probably since companies existed, but it's come into focus a lot more as a way for a company to differentiate itself from others, particularly when hiring. Employees want to be involved in a company that shares their values. I've talked about that quite a bit over the last several episodes. But having a CSR initiative that everyone can kind of align with and ultimately can relate to makes it so valuable. It makes people increases morale. It makes people want to get out of bed in the morning and support this company that they work for. Work isn't always going to be fun. It's not always going to be the most rewarding. Sometimes you just have to fill out a spreadsheet or finish a document or make a phone call. But knowing that at the end of the day, the organization that you work for, that you work so hard for, is supporting something that you value, that you relate to, makes a huge difference. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about storytelling and brands and how you need to make it shareable. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. If you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, please rate the show on iTunes or contact me through my website at theagile.world. You can find my books, The Agile Brand and The Agile Web, on Amazon and on my website at theagile.world.